All right, boys. So I'm going to go over the trade recap for today. So today we are looking at NQ. And I am going to be honest, I missed my fucking trade. Um, I was really looking for NQ to play out just so we can fill this fair value gap and then straight to the upside. I was going to target this resting internal liquidity. Unfortunately, did not happen. I'm going to go over the daily bias real quick and I'll show you guys why this trade played out perfectly. As you could see, 4 hour fair value gap, beautiful. Looking to retrace back into it, and then from there, boom, straight to the upside. So let's see what happens on the 1 hour time frame. So exactly what I was saying. I wanted to see price enter this. This entire thing is a 4 hour fair value gap, but this little line right here is a 1 hour fair value gap, and I wanted to see price retrace back into it. Sure enough, it did beautifully. At this point, I was looking for a. I knew this was going to be a sweep or just coming into this fair value gap. Saw that we had this fair value gap right here. This is technically an inverse fair value gap if you look at the 2 minute time frame. Inverse fair value gap. I wanted to see price retrace back into it. We had this retracement, but there was no actual retracement into the fair value gap, so I didn't really like this, and I just continued to wait and wait. And then unfortunately, we had this retracement back into the fair value gap, but I was already looking at a different fucking ETF. As you could see on SPY, this exact position, we had this itty bitty fucking fair value gap right here. Retrace back into it. This would have been a perfect trade. This was an A plus setup. Same thing with RTY. Identical. Fair value gap, retracement. Boom, fucking tanked, dude. I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. I missed out because I wasn't really paying attention to it. Um, what could I have done differently? Just been more focused and more confident within myself. I saw at this point right here, I was like, okay, this is a great buying opportunity. I had my contracts ready. I was about to fill it, but I started to hesitate myself because I saw this little fair value gap and I was like, fuck, dude, I'm gonna start. I started to hesitate and I didn't like it. I think what I need to do is just go back, um, and honestly just realize that I understand what the fuck I'm doing. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I need to just understand that my confidence is super high, and I not that it's super high, but I just need to understand that I can do this. So I'm gonna sound fucking corny as hell, but dude, I'm able to do this. I've done this in the past 2 years. I understand what the fuck I'm looking at. I just hesitate, and I need to realize that hesitation is not going to get me anywhere in my life. I need to be able to jump. Hesitation is literally holding you back. You're the only person that's holding you back. And I understand that this is just a small step within my process. Obviously, dude, this would have been a fucking beautiful trade if I even took it right here. Boom, stops right here. I was targeting these resting liquidity right here within the internal range right here. Could have targeted even a little bit higher right here. Unfortunately, I just doubted myself. I wasn't confident within myself. Um, Definitely something that I'm going to be looking back on. Today is not the best week. I had one loss, one win, and then a no trade today. Obviously, no trade is better than a red trade. However, a trade would have been nice today. Perfect A plus setup. I need to be more confident within myself. That's something that I've struggled with. I've mastered psychology, but I think the one thing I still struggle with to this day is understanding that I'm able to do this. But it's all good though. We always have tomorrow. Oh, actually, today we had really high impact news. So we had non farm. So I knew that we're going to be high volume today. And it was going to be a great trading day. Unfortunately, I missed out, but it's definitely my fault. I need to understand that I'm able to do this no matter what. From there, going to be back testing this, trying to understand my emotions at certain points. And this is just a stepping stone in this journey. I usually don't watch TikTok, but I was on TikTok one time and I saw this little podcast thing. It was about these two runners who did this like marathon thing. They ran 100 miles. They started off with about 200. No, I think it was like 50 people that they started off with. when I got to mile, 20, 30, these runners, let's just say maybe five out of the 20 people who were in this run were changing out their shoes, changing out their socks, while these other guys were super confident within themselves. They were cocky. They're like, yeah, I don't need to change my fucking shoes. I'll be fine. As soon as I started to get to mile 50, through mile 80, those 20 runners went down to 10 because those guys that didn't change their shoes, they didn't change their socks, they didn't get the proper nutrition, the proper hydration, started dropping, started DNFing, started dropping out of the race. And those 4 guys who did actually continue to change their shoes, apply the right treatment for their feet, put different socks on, they were doing phenomenal. They were not tired at all. They were doing great. And what those guys realized was that, okay, they need to keep on doing that because they're still staying strong in this race no matter what. And these guys were, doing a 100-mile race. So it's necessary to take step by step. Like, okay, I need to be hydrated. I need to change my shoes. I need to change my socks, do all this kind of stuff so I can stay persistent with myself. I could stay, on top of myself. When I got to mile 90, it went from 20 runners to 10, and now they were at 5 runners. So they had 10 miles left. They're at five runners left. 4 of them changed their shoes every 10, 15, 20 miles. They applied the right treatment for their feet. They got the right care. They wrapped their blisters on their feet and all that kind of stuff. 1 runner left. Maybe changed his shoe 1 time. All that kind of stuff. Got the right nutrition maybe 1 or 2 times. Mile 100. The only people who finished the race were the 4 people who took the proper steps, took care of their feet, did all this kind of stuff to make sure that they were all good. And this kind of just hit me that, like, okay, all these people who try to trading or try doing this, entrepreneurship journey only think about the destination. They only think about becoming successful, but they don't want to take the steps that it takes to get to the end. So people just think about the end destination while you should be thinking about the steps that it takes to get to that spot. So understanding that, let me pause my music. Understanding that you need to take the proper steps to get to that destination. You have to take the essential things that I don't know if this makes sense or not, but you need to make the essential things such as learning, back testing, or learning psychology, paper trading before you could start making money and getting to that end goal. Like these runners, they never took those kind of things. These runners didn't back test. These runners didn't fucking, paper trade. They didn't take the right steps. Just as these runners didn't change their shoes, eat the right things, keep yourself hydrated and stuff like that. You need to take the proper steps to get you your goals every single day. Every day should be a new stepping stone for yourself. You should not be putting yourself backwards. Sticking to your plan, sticking to your routine. If, let's just say, for example, your routine is you wake up at 7:15 in the morning. I'm going to explain my fucking daily routine. Wake up at 7:15 in the morning. Get hydrated. Make sure I'm waking up. I go to the bathroom, do whatever I got to do. 8 o'clock, I sit down in front of my computer, back test, or I do pre-market analysis. From there, once market opens, I'm locked in, focused. After I'm in a trade, if I lose, win, don't take a trade, whatever, I journal it and make sure I understand why I took a loss, why I took a win, post a YouTube video, and then from there, I go make myself breakfast, I go on a run, and then from there, I go to class, or I do whatever the fuck I gotta do. That's basically my routine. From there, at the end of the day, let's just say I come home from work or I come home from school, get homework done. I spend at least 3 hours minimum back testing, reviewing my trade, watching YouTube videos on trading. And then from there, the next day starts and just repeat itself. You have to turn your this trading shit or this entrepreneurship into a routine. Because if you don't turn it into a routine, it's just gonna be like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I woke up at 10 a.m. today. I missed market open. It's okay. I'll just wake up tomorrow earlier. And then tomorrow comes around. You fucking wake up at your alarm goes off. You wake up at fucking 9. Missed the market open. I'll watch some videos later. You go around, you go to school, you go to work, you come home, you fucking play video games, and then you think about watching YouTube videos for trading. I'm tired. I worked long enough today. I'm gonna go to sleep. Same thing happens tomorrow, and then fucking weekend comes around. These guys go out fucking drinking and partying, and then they don't even back test. They don't get anywhere closer to um their goal. They're not adding things to their goal. I'm in this philosophy class right now, bro, and I usually don't pay attention, but there's one thing that I really paid attention to. If you guys know who Socrates is, this is philosopher. He said this one thing. If you guys know what a fucking it's a mustard seed. Mustard seed. It's like these little fucking seeds. These little ass seeds. If you drop one in a quiet room on a table, you're not gonna hear it. But if you drop 1,000 of them on a table, you're gonna be able to hear it. So what this kind of portrays to is just like, okay, like if I do 1 day of work, you're not really gonna see results. But if you do 1,000 days of work or maybe 2,000 days of work, then that's when you're gonna see the results. So if you only do, drop one mustard seed on the table, which is 1 day of working, you're not going to see any kind of results. You're not going to hear that mustard seed dropping. If you spend 1,000 days working, 2 years, 3 years working, whatever, backtesting, journaling every single day, that equals to 1,000 seeds. You drop it on a table in a quiet room, everyone's going to fucking hear it. Maybe even the people next door in the different room are going to hear it. This is a perfect example of why you should be putting in the work every single day to get to your goals, no matter what. No matter how you feel, how tired you are, figure out a way to get work done, stay productive. All right, that's all I really had, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Still up on the account challenge for this combine. I'm looking to be done with it maybe by the end of next week. Tomorrow we have some good looking news. Thursday, Friday I'm not trading. I'm just going to be doing back testing. Either way, you'd have to wait till past 9. Tomorrow looks like a great day. We'll see what happens. Let's see next week. Oh shit. This week. PMI. Oh, we had the election on Tuesday. Fuck. I'm definitely not going to trade on Tuesday. Also Monday is actually, we'll see. We'll see what's about this. Damn, that's next week, bro. That's fucking crazy. I gotta go vote. Monday, no news. I hate no news Mondays, bro. They're so fucking gay. Wednesday, looking to be a good day. Not really worried about this. Thursday, yeah, gonna definitely trade. Gonna be way done before this. Friday looks like a great day. Actually, next week Friday I will be trading because I'm not going to work. Me and my girlfriend are going out to Kentucky for a road trip. We're leaving as soon as I'm done trading and as soon as she's done with class. So yeah, I hoping to potentially be done by the end of next week. Now that I'm looking at it like this, probably not. Maybe 2 weeks from now. Hopefully the 13th. My goal is going to be the Wednesday, the 13th of November. So we'll see what the fuck happens. Potentially, for now, mark it down. Wednesday, November 13th. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a better day today. Peace.